Hello, hello. All right, getting all set up here. We'll wait a few more minutes. See who logs on. Again, my name is Kelly. And we've got a 45-minute Vinyasa flow practice. Hello. Hi, guys. Good morning to you. Hi, Donkey. Good. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Good. All right. So we're doing this on Facebook and Instagram. So I'm going to go ahead and start our Facebook feed, and then we'll get class going. All right, well, looks like we're good to go. We're going to start practice today on our back, so you can go ahead and lie down. Lie down all the way on your back. Bend your knees up. Bring the bottoms of your feet together and drop your knees out right to left. Put one hand on your heart and one hand on your low belly. Take a great big breath in and try to breathe into both palms. And as you exhale, relax your body, relax your face. Soften your gaze or close your eyes all the way. Bring awareness to your breath. And for today, you might not breathe in our yogic way, our Ujjayi breath. You might take a little less energy and make the breath more simple, just breathing in and out through your nose. But try to create a rhythm. So the breath should flow to calm the body. Bring your palms together. Bring your thumbs to the center of your eyebrows. Put a little pressure there. That's your third eye space. And set an intention. So say something positive, something meaningful to yourself to set the tone. And once your intention is set, bring your arms wide open like a T, palms down. Point your knees up. And as you inhale, drop your knees, both knees to the right. And as you exhale, bring the knees back through center and tone your belly. So with your breath, inhale, drop your knees to the left. And exhale, back through center. And one more time, each side. And bring your knees back through center. Lace your fingers up on top of your right shin and extend your left leg down the mat with pointed toes. And now lift your left leg about 1 inch off the mat. Pull your belly button down. Knit your ribs together to touch. Switch legs. Bring your left knee into your chest. Point the toes and just hover your right heel off the floor. Now take a big breath in. Squeeze your belly and lift your shoulder blades off the floor. Keep a grapefruit between your chin and your chest. And we'll switch here with a little bit of pace. Grab your left shin, exhale, right shin, left shin, exhale, exhale. So these are called single leg stretch in Pilates. Just toning the belly, trying to get some stability or working some stability into our core muscles. We've got 8 and 7, 6, 5, and everybody loves a practice that starts with core, right? You know it's going to be a good one. Bring your left knee into your chest, pause. Straight left leg. You're going to take your hands behind your hamstring, just hold it a little bit higher. And now keep the legs straight, switch. And take your hands behind your right shin, lift a little bit higher. And now bring your knees to 90, keep your shoulder blades lifted. Support your head with your hands and stretch your legs out, inhale. And then back to 90, exhale. Inhale, lengthen the legs out at a 45. Exhale, bring the knees back into 90. One more time, stretch your legs out, pause, 10 little baby crunches, upper abdominals, here we go. Exhale, short exhales, 9, 8, 7. So squeeze your hips to your ribs. These muscles are shortening, working for 5, 4, 3, 2, knees to chest, head on the mat. Whew, cross your ankles, roll over your knees. Let's find a forearm plank. Bring your elbows down to the floor, interlace your fingers, and step back to your forearm plank. Okay, you can bring your legs right together, squeeze your legs together, use your bum, use your adductor muscles, squeeze your inner heels, look to the thumbs. Okay, tiniest little shift front to back. Inhale as you go forward 1 inch, and exhale as you pull back 1 inch. Nice, inhale, shift forward. So I can still feel my core muscles because we move swiftly into our forearm plank. They're still working hard. Okay. In through the nose, 1 inch forward. Out through the nose, 1 inch back. One more time. Okay, now slowly lower your hips before your knees. Take your forearms to parallel each other. Palms on the mat, point your toes back. Take a big breath in. Exhale, claw the mat back and shift or move your chest forward through your upper arm bones. Again, claw, inhale, lift your crown. Exhale, little claw back on the mat, move your heart forward. One more time, stretching out the front belly, inhale, lengthen. Good, exhale, claw the mat back. Now lift your elbows 1 inch off the floor, get a little bit higher. Try to let your elbows flare, hug your upper arm bones in. You might go a little higher, depending on the flexibility in your spine. And then slowly lower all the way down, ripple down, and push back to a child's pose. When you get to your child's pose, knees quite wide, big toes together to touch. Reach over to the right side of your mat and lower your left shoulder. And think about stretching your left hip back and away from your fingers. And breathe into your left side waist. Breathe under the shoulder, into the ribs, to the side of your waist, your oblique. And walk your hands back through center and all the way over to the left. You're going to lower your right shoulder and rest your ear on your bicep. Walk your hands back through center, rise into a tabletop shape. Shoulders, elbows, wrists in a line. Knees underneath the hips. As you inhale, drop the belly down. Lift your tail, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, slow motion style, curl and round your spine, bring chin to chest, cat pose. 2 more times. Take the whole length of your inhalation to drop the belly, lift the gaze, and the entire exhalation to find your cat pose. And just one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Tip your tailbone up, inhale, tuck your toes, find your first downward facing dog. Lead with your tailbone, keep a soft bend into your knees, and pedal out your feet. Be really intentional about this. Feel the stretch down the back of your legs, down the hamstring. Maybe you twist a little bit, wake up the side of your waist, the outer hip. Nice. Now pause in your down dog. Press down your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, your pinky finger. Bend the knees and push the mat forward. Try to get longer in the arms, longer in your spine. Spin your heels to the right, both heels. Your feet will be staggered. Bend the knees and sit back a little bit. Push through your left palm. You're gonna come back through center, lift your heels, and then drop them to the left. Bend your knees, push through your right palm. And spin your heels back through center, tippy toe forward to the top edge of your mat. When you make it to the top edge, widen your feet to hips distance. Bend your knees, lace up your fingers, and cup the back of your neck. Point your elbows towards your knees, and a little gentle pull down to lengthen out your spine, and in particular those top few vertebrae. Just a little bit of swaying, maybe right to left. All right, release your hands to the mat. Tone your belly, roll up slowly with me for 4, 3, 2, head comes up last. Flip your hair. We're in Tadasana, palms open to the front. Get stronger in your Tadasana. Tuck your tailbone, draw in your ribs, your belly. Press through your feet, feel your leg muscles turn on. And let's soften the knees. Inhale, reach all the way up. Circle your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Grab your calves and pull your chest to your thighs. Halfway lift, hands on your shins, peek forward, and take a big step back with your right foot. A big step back into your runner's lunge. As you inhale, straighten out your front leg, pyramid pose. But we're going to move here. Exhale, rebend your front leg. Good. Make this drippy. Inhale, lengthen front leg, heart forward. Exhale, sink your hips, lift your gaze. And just one more time, inhale. And exhale. Walk your hands down the right side of your mat. Skandasana, bend into your back knee. Keep the front leg straight. Lift one hand to your heart, test your balance. Take the other hand up if you're feeling strong. My left leg is straight. Toes are pointed up, and I'm actually pressing my heel into the floor. This leg that's bent, okay, my heel's off the ground, but you could certainly have it flat. And if you're a little bit tighter in the hips, your Skandasana might look a little bit more like this, or having the foot on the floor. And be playful with it and be okay with the fact that we all look different. It's not about the shape, it's more about the feeling. That's one of the things I love about yoga. Okay, now, a fun transition. Reach to the right with your left hand. Straighten out this bent leg and reach towards the sky. So we're coming into a twisted straddle fold. Good, so a simple transition, but a fun one. As you straighten that right leg, you might feel this on the outer hip. Good, now my spine is really straight. I'm setting my tailbone back and up, my heart forward, and glue both feet down into the mat, particularly the knife edge of both feet. As you exhale, roll open the right ribs. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. And that's typically the breath pattern that we work with whenever we're holding a pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe a little farther. Just one more breath here. Good. Soften your knees. Walk your hands all the way to the top edge of your mat. Frame your left foot with your hands. Take that left leg back and up, three-legged dog. Point your toes and lift your left leg as high as you can. Keep your shoulders square to the front of the mat. Lift higher and higher and higher. Exhale, bring your left knee across to your right elbow. Tap the arm in plank. All right, inhale, shoot that leg up again. As you exhale and come forward into plank, try to keep your hips square to the mat and bring the knee still to the arm. One more time. And now we'll find fallen triangle. Your left knee comes to your right elbow. Extend your left leg towards 3 o'clock. Spin your back foot down, hand to heart or hand overhead. We'll bring the right one up. And so kind of like side plank, but we're more open towards the ceiling, or open to the side of the room. Good, lift the hips higher, squeeze your bum. And let the right arm drop back and over your head, a big expression.
Good. Try not to drag your left foot, but pull it out and find that three-legged dog again. Step forward, your left foot to your left thumb. Drop your back knee for a low lunge. Inhale, flatten the foot and bring your arms overhead. Okay. Bend your left elbow. Try to touch your back between your shoulder blades. We'll turn to the front. And then take your right hand to your left elbow tip. Squeeze your tummy and slight tip to the right. Stretch your tricep and a little bit of pulling. And take one more breath in. Good. Exhale, squeeze your tummy. Good. Come back to a straight spine, hands at your heart. All right, this is a big transition. Tuck your right toes. Push off and up into your tree pose. Push up and off, and bring the right foot, the bottom of your right foot to the inside of your left leg, so to the inseam. Hug everything into center line. Press your foot into your thigh into the foot. Okay, tummy tones, ribs knit in, hands to heart center. Good, hold here, breathe here. Good, really nice balance. Point your right knee forward, set it down, soften your knees. Inhale, reach up and overhead. Exhale, dive down and into the legs. Hands to shins, halfway lift, lengthen. Take a big step or a jump back to plank pose. Inhale, top of your push-up. Exhale, bend the elbows, come all the way to the mat. Good, lift your hands, lift your heart, point your toes. Good, push back to your downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bring your big toes together. Look where you want to go. Squeeze your belly, step or jump to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold again. Stand tall, reach up, look up. Keep flowing, dive it down, right over the legs. Hands on shins, halfway lift. Big step back with your left foot. Runner's lunge. Inhale, straighten out your front leg. Exhale, rebend the front knee. 2 more times with the breath. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands down the left side of your mat. Turn to the side, Skandasana. You'll bend into your back knee. Okay. So my left knee is bent again, just like the first side, trying to test out our balance first by lifting one hand to the heart. Straighten your spine, draw in your belly. Maybe bring both hands up to your heart. If you have a fun variation or a different variation of Skandasana, you can play around. You're here for about 3 more breaths. And pulling your pelvic floor muscles, all your bathroom muscles hug in to seal that container. From the bottom, seal the energy in. And now that twisted wide straddle fold, reach with your right hand off to the side. Straighten out both legs. Left hand to hip or left hand reaches up. So you're still facing the side of your mat. Inhale, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, roll the left ribs open. Squeeze your belly. Inhale, press through the feet, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, roll the ribs open. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale, drop your left hand, bend your knees, crawl your hands all the way to the top of the mat. Step back into 3-legged dog, so your right leg's gonna shoot up, lift up, push the mat forward, lift higher, and higher, and higher. Bring your right knee to your left elbow, tap the arm in plank. Reach up, inhale, 3-legged dog, stretch. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. 1 more time, turns into fallen triangle. Right knee taps your left elbow and then kick out to the side. Spin your back foot to flat, left arm overhead, really smooth and graceful. And hold here, strong through your right shoulder. And push more down through your right palm, lift the hips for 3. 2. Okay, squeeze your tummy, lift up your right foot, three-legged dog. Try not to drag the foot out. And then step forward, right foot, right thumb. Set your back knee down, bring your arms overhead. All right. Bend your right elbow, so the other side of that tricep stretch. I hope I got the right elbow bent. And then take your left elbow, or left hand rather, and tip a little bit to the side. That doesn't feel quite right. Make sure you're doing the right side. I can't remember which one we did. All right, bring your hands back through your heart center. Straighten up your spine and get ready for that big push to the top of the mat. Tuck your back toes, 1, 2, 3. Come all the way up. Bring the bottom of your foot to the inseam of your right leg. Squeeze the center. So squeeze the center. I'm really thinking about this outer hip because sometimes we let the bent leg be dominant and allow the glute, the outside of the leg, the glute need to kind of kick to the side. Squeeze and hug in. Pinch this right glute. Balance with your hands at your heart. All right, point your left knee forward, set it down. Big inhale, soft knees, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, dive down right over the legs, fold. Hands on your shins, lift, lengthen, heart forward, tail back. Step back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. You find that vinyasa, your own personal flair. Chaturanga, half a push-up. Untuck the toes, back bend of your choice, open the heart, and squeeze your tummy. Send your hips up and back to down dog. Big toes together. Look where you want to go between the hands. Lift the hips as you jump forward. Half lift. Fold again. Stand tall, reach up, look up. Let's keep flowing, dive down right over the legs. Hands to shins, heart lifts. Big step back with your right leg. Runner's lunge. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Just once, exhale, re-bend into the knee. Walk your hands down the right side of your mat, find Skandasana. Soften to that right side. Balance, one hand to heart. Maybe 2. Okay, from here, big push up to half moon balance. Push down through your right foot. Bend the front knee and float the arms. You half moon balance, if you're unfamiliar with the pose, it's like airplane pose, it's a one-legged balance, but we start to open. Start with the right foot, the toes point to the side of the mat, the hips will start to open to the side of the mat. Belly in, the ribs can roll back, the shoulder can roll back, and maybe if you're balanced, you take your gaze to the side of the room. Hold here, breathe here. 2 strong legs, lift your right heel higher. And now a big step back to warrior 2. Soft front knee, try not to make a sound as you land the back foot. Good, warrior 2. Drop into your front leg, lunging. Bring your hands behind your back. I'm going to turn to the side. Okay, so really committed to that warrior 2. Press through your feet, your pinky toes. Take your hands behind your back, clasp hand to opposite elbow. If you can go a little bit farther, you have open shoulders. Maybe you do prayer. Taking your hands into prayer between your shoulder blades, a little bit lower. Good, open up the front of the shoulders. Squeeze your hands together. Press the knife edge of your hands gently into your back and then resist. Sink a little bit deeper into your left knee. Release the bind from behind your back. Reach out, warrior 2. Take a big breath in. Cartwheel your hands all the way down to the mat. And step back to 3-legged dog. Inhale, lift that left leg all the way up. Left knee, right elbow, exhale, twist. Good, just twice. Inhale. This one becomes swollen triangle. send your left leg out to the side, spin your back foot flat, big expression, open the heart, lift your hips. And so some familiarity here. Try not to drag your left foot. Come back to your three-legged dog. Send your left leg really, really high. Step forward, left foot, left thumb. Drop your back knee, arms come up. All right, take your hands behind your head. Just touch the base of your skull with your middle finger. Open the elbows and then lift your chest. Adding a little back bend here. Now look towards the front of the room, bring your hands to your heart, squeeze your belly, tuck your back toes. Rather than coming up into tree pose, we're going to come right up into dancing Shiva. So a big push off your back foot. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and reach back with your right hand twist. Okay, now here's one level of your dancing Shiva. You could take the left hand to your big toe or the outside edge of the foot and kick out. And holding, breathing. For 3. For 2. Okay, revolve half moon. Sweep your right leg back. Touch the ground with your right hand, fingertips, under your shoulder, and bring your left hand up to your hip. Press back with your right foot, reach the crown forward, roll your left ribs open. Okay, so honestly, this is not my favorite pose, but it's because it's challenging. It's really challenging. If you want another level up, float your right fingertips. We're here for 3. For 2. Soften your front knee, big step back, revolve, reverse, crescent lunge. Take your right fingertips up, soften your back knee, and then glide your left fingertips down your back leg as you tip arm back. Revolve, reverse, bend more into your front knee. You can start to lift your back knees once you start to settle in. It's those little adjustments, right? There's always some way to make this more challenging or beneficial for your body. All right fingertips to the earth. Hook your big toe with your peace fingers, so left hand, left big toe. Spin your back foot to flat and try to come into a different variation of cycling. Good, now you could come to a tree variation. You could extend that left leg up as high as you can or anywhere in between. We're here for 3. For 2. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, straight to chaturanga. Bend your elbows, heart moves forward. Lengthen your legs, point your toes, inhale, back bend. Downward facing dog, exhale. All right, bring your big toes together at the back of your mat. Bend your knees, look forward, top of the mat, let's try to jump. Half lift, fold again. Arms up, eyes up. Keep flowing, dive it down, exhale. Hands to shins. Big step back with your left foot. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, rebend, drop the hips. Walk your hands down the left side of your mat. Sink into the back knees, Skandasana, hold. Bring one hand to your heart, maybe 2. And if you wanted to play with finding more strength in your left leg, you could try to lift your bum a little bit off the heel for 3. Ooh, I could feel that today for 2. Half moon balance, push through your left foot, soften your front knee and fly. Reach for the top edge of your mat, maybe a little farther forward. Okay, now remember again, if you're unfamiliar with this pose, start with your toes on your lifted leg. The left toes start to rotate towards the side of the room. Push back your heel, draw it in your belly. And if you want to go a little bit farther, and reach for the floor, maybe you reach forward. 3. and 2. Big step back, soften the front knee, try to land the foot without making a sound. Reach front to back, pull your fingertips back, start there. Get really committed to your legs, what you're doing with your legs, pushing down through the floor with the foot, with the feet, and scooping that left glute, left hip underneath. And then you can take your hands behind your back. You could also do reverse prayer. Really feeling this prayer pose today. Open your shoulders and sink a little bit more down into your front leg. And drop one more inch down. Reach your arms out front to back. Take a big breath in. Cartwheel the arms down to the mat. Step back, 3-legged draw. Shoot the right leg up high. And take your right knee to your left elbow, or just tapping twice. 1 time tap, work the core. 2nd time tap. Bring it across, extend your leg out to fallen triangle. Turn your back foot down, big open shape here, hips up, heart up. And breathe in. 3-legged dog again, try not to drag the foot. Step forward, low lunge. Right foot, right thumb. Back knee down, arms float up. And find your balance. Touch the middle finger to the base of the skull. Squeeze your belly, open your elbows, open your heart. Continue to tuck your tailbone, so even as the hips sink down, the intention is to tuck the tail and get a good stretch for that front left hip. Alright, bring your hands back to your heart center. Okay, pull the hips back a little bit, tuck your back toes, push off, dancing Shiva. Big push off, come to that standing leg raise. Take your right hand across the body, reach back with your left. And if you wanted to go a little bit farther, big toe in hand, good knife edge of foot in hand. Push out, maybe look back. And keep setting roots down to that right foot, grow tall, crown of the head up. Alright, revolve or reverse half moon. Sweep your left leg back, touch the floor with your left fingers. You can put your right hand on your hip. And open the chest, open the shoulders to the side. And keep a wee little bend into your right knee, at least a wee little bend. So you feel the muscles hugging to the bone. If you have bending joints, it's easy to snap back the leg or rely on the bone stacking rather than the muscle hugging in. And to me, it's all about, I like yoga because of that isometric contraction, working the muscles. Good, big step back, soften your front knee, revolve, reverse half moon. Your left hand goes up, your right hand slides down the back of your leg. Good, bend into your front knee, tuck the tail. Good, bigger expression, you might lift the back knee, look up. All right, left fingertips to the mat. Right hand, peace fingers to big toe. Spin onto the knife edge of your left foot and then lift the right foot off the floor. You can bring it close to the body. You can start to extend the leg up. Just be playful. And if you fall, you fall. And not only is yoga designed to be, kind of keeps you humble, especially with all the balance, but you're at your home, so try different things, why not? All right, take a big breath in. Find chaturanga as you exhale. Good, allow yourself that nice big back bend, open the heart. And then lift the hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog and tippy toe your feet towards the top of the mat. But you're gonna stop when you're about 2/3 of the way up. Crow pose, bend the knees. Bend the knees and open them out to the sides. Lift your bum. Your hands are outer shoulder width apart. Bend your elbows back and then climb onto your arms. If you know crow, then go. If you're still working on building strength or trust, follow me. You're just going to lift high into your big toes, push down, squeeze everything into center. So the energy is hugging everything in, hugging everything up, and looking forward. If you feel brave today, maybe you take 5 toes up. And hey, you're at home. Maybe for practicing crow at home, you take a stack of pillows, put them all around you, and just play. And if you're working on crane, you can start to straighten out your arms. Stay for 3, 2, step, jump, shoot back, and lower to your belly. And flow through Vinyasa there, whatever feels good. And as you make your way onto your belly, stack your hands and turn your left ear and cheek to the mat. So you just create a little pillow with your hands. And relax your legs. And keep your left ear and cheek on your hands. Legs are hips distance apart. Point your toes and stretch your legs back so you'll feel the 10 toenails press into the floor. You'll feel your kneecaps and some of your quadriceps lift. Keep your toenails rooted. Bring your elbows off the floor, squeeze your belly, lift your hands, and your head will stay connected to your hands. Hold here, breathe here for 3. And long, strong legs, lift higher for 2. Lift a little bit higher. And then slowly lower it down. Turn your right ear and cheek to the mat. Rest your head on your hands. Relax your legs. Okay, now put energy into the legs. Energy where there wasn't a second ago. Pull in your belly. Press through your pubic bone. Lift your elbows. Lift your hands. You're going to hold for 3, 2. Inhale higher. Exhale, release, push back, child's pose. Knees together, child's pose. Fold into the legs or fold over your legs and take your fingertips towards your toes, your forehead or the crown of your head to the ground. And a couple breaths here in this nice rounded shape. Go ahead and sit tall. Swing your legs around to the front. Extend your right leg towards the top right corner of the mat. Bring the bottom of your left foot to the inseam of that straight leg. Turn your chest towards the right toes, hands wide, big inhale. And with the flat back, start to fold forward. Fold forward, kick the tailbone back. And today, reach across with your left hand and try to clasp the outside of the foot, and then continue to pull yourself in. So my right hand, my fingertips are on the ground. Right hand and arm is kind of just hanging out. You could also wrap it behind your back. Or do something totally creative. You keep folding in. And just that little twist, as you get a little bit more into the lower back. Squeeze your left glute and seal the left shin and knee to the ground. All right, nice and tall. Lock your hands back. Bring your right shin to parallel the top edge of the mat. Half pigeon. We're going to swing that left leg back. And then you'll probably end up on your right hip. You could definitely fold this way. But for half pigeon, you'll adjust a little bit and come more into the back knee tip, the back quad. Aim your left, my right leg again, parallel top edge of mat or at any angle back towards the hip. Okay, hands wide. Take a big breath in and lift your chest. And then a slow, drippy ripple forward, belly, chest. And look down, you can stack your hands and rest your forehead there. And always give the disclaimer on half pigeon that because it's a really deep stretch, and for me, like I'm barely tolerating it right now, and my shin, you can see it starting to angle. This is step one, your shin starts to angle in rather than being parallel, so we're dialing it back. You could also, like I said, stay on your right hip and just fold forward. You can also bring up the back knee and lean in at any angle. And just find a good, kind of a happy sensation. Where it's not too much strain, it's not too much stress. You can stay there for a few breaths. Because really wherever you end up stretching is probably going to help. Start to walk your hands back, lift your chest. Do sit onto your right side and swing the back leg around to the front. Okay, so the left leg this time. Extended towards the top left corner of your mat. Making that tree pose shape. Frame your left leg with your hands. Take a big breath in and start by hinging at the hips. Like a little cow pose. Hinge forward, hinge forward. Reach across the leg with your right hand, grab the outer foot. And my left fingertips are out to the side, and today I think for this side I'm going to reach behind my back to be playful. Inhale, length, exhale, twist. Start to unwind. Sit up nice and tall. Bring the left shin across the top edge of your mat. Swing the back leg around. Adjust so your hips are square to the mat, both the top of the mat and the ground. Big breath in, lift your chest. Exhale, little ripple forward. You can walk your hands forward, lower your elbows to the ground. And find some softness here, sleepy pigeon. So just like it sounds, a little rest. Just one more breath here. Walk your hands back. Swing your right leg around to the front. Okay, bend your knees. Scoot your tailbone to the center of the mat. Lean back for boat pose. Hugging your belly. Keep your spine really long. Float the shins to parallel. Good. Breathing, holding. Reach your arms out towards the front of the mat. I'm going to challenge you to straighten your legs. Take a big breath in. Now roll back with your legs lifted. Takes a lot of concentration. And then as your head taps the mat, you're going to bring your knees into your chest and rock side to side really gently. And last pose is happy baby. Open your knees wide, grab from the outsides of the feet, bring your heels to stack above your knees and then pull gently down. So 90-degree bend, ankle joint, knee joint, that's what we're working towards. Look down the bridge of your nose and try to feel your spine to the mat. You might be playful and kick out one leg or two, rock side to side. Give yourself one more big squeeze, a loving embrace, arms wrapped around your legs. Squeeze in tight and tighter and tighter. Take a big breath in. And Shavasana, relax by lying flat on your mat. Scoop your shoulder blades underneath your body so the heart pops up. And look down the bridge of your nose, close your eyes. Surrender to gravity. You can imagine you're making a body-shaped imprint on your yoga mat. And every time you exhale, you can fall heavier and deeper into that body-shaped imprint. Find a little bit more softness in your face, muscles in your jaw and cheeks. You might part your lips and then just very lightly touch them back together. And anytime you're tempted to skip or zoom through Shavasana, remember that we grow when our body and our mind are at rest. Whether you're doing yoga or in the gym, lifting weights, or running or biking or whatever, you're not actually growing and repairing when you're moving, you're doing it when you're at rest. And speaking as a person that does like to skip Shavasana oftentimes, and thank you guys so much for spending your morning with me and for trusting me to guide you through your practice. It's really an honor. If you've been enjoying these classes, you can make a small donation on the Supported Soul website, supportedsoul.com. Go to the brand ambassador page and find my picture. Okay, and again, my name's Kelly, and namaste. And we'll see you guys next Saturday.